you know, that's what I feel in my blood, that it really loved. He didn't love me.
Publicity to get, and after he got what he wanted, after he got signed to those labels and people start reaching out to him. And you know, that's how some people, and that's what I say too about other individuals, you know, when they use you, and once they get, you know, a little publicity and their numbers go up and they get the high hat, then they, you know, they feel like they don't need you no more. You know what I mean? And that is messed up. But then when things like that happen, they don't last.
And even then, Miss Lady, I would be like, that's okay. Give me my issue. Bless me with that, and let me go in peace. Let me be. Don't just dog me out on my child like that. You know?
Right.
Because that's bad business. That's bad. I've never done bad business with nobody. You know what I mean? My reputation and my name is everything I have.
Well, at least you snap back. At least you snap back. You know, even when he did try to destroy you and still trying to destroy you, you don't, it seemed like you ain't even paying no attention to that.
I'm hurt about how he did my family. You know, the shit that, you know, my son is 15 years old. He's seen what he posted.
Really?
His classmates seen what he posted. My family, my mom. Yeah, I mean, that shit is, you know, it's painful. And they noticed, they seen it. So I'm hurt because of that, you know? And I'm a nurturing woman. Like, that's my child. So, of course, I'm going to feel a certain way. And then just the setback, like me having to lose my job and start brand new. You know, I was with those people for about 5 years. I was making really, really good money. I was
so you
about
just
182 a year, you know? I was forced to resign type of thing. Like they were pretty much telling me to exit out, you know? And I had to, even if, you know, it was inevitable. I had to, because my job is here in the Bay. We were living in SoCal. We were going to buy a really big mansion here in the Bay. We actually went to see it. We applied, you know, it was all that going on. But thank God that didn't fall through. So it was a lot of going back and forth. There was no way I could have managed all of that. And he really needed me to be there 24/7. He didn't want to let me out of his sight.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah. I'll tell whoever is on here, all 32 of you beautiful people, I'll say it like this, especially women. Do not let any man get you in a position to where you are completely vulnerable. Do not let any man know what you got in your pocket, in your fucking bank account. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's your husband of 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You do not tell nobody the exact amount of what you're holding.
Right. And that's what I always say, you know, to these women. You know, keep something for yourself. And, you know, the game is, you know, designed for us to lose, you know, so at least you got be smart, you know, and us women, you know, we move with emotions. You know, we get caught up and I love you, and they make you think you beautiful, and y'all want to marry you, and, you know, make you think we're going to have a future together. We're going to do this and that. And all the time, they don't even have no plans of doing none of that.
And even if they do, I mean, I had I had 2 girls that used to work with me. One married her little dude, the other one married a trick, and they had fabulous lives, at houses, you know, just they had everything they ever wanted to. They were set. Both of those situations went really left, and they walked away with nothing. When a man is in that much power, when he has that much money, they can maneuver all of that shit. I mean, they walked away without alimony, a little bit of child support, a whole bunch of nothing, you know? So if you don't really understand law and if you're not equipped, just stack your fucking money, man.
Right.
Just put your chips to the
And
side.
if a bitch do marry
It's all
a trick, she need to at least have motives. Like what's the white girl name? The millionaire dude, the one that died. What's her name? Remember the white girl? Yes.
Anna Nicole.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna
At
Nicole
least
Smith.
have motives like Nicole Smith. You know, we get caught up sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a victim. I'm a whole fucking victim to that. But I really did it willingly. I didn't have a prenuptial agreement, which I'm telling you all the juice. This is the only little live I went to. I'm not telling nobody but y'all right now because y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all real women and I see that. So no prenuptial agreement. I could have had it all. I could have left that motherfucker with one sock on.
So
and
what made you not get a prenup? You was distracted. It just happened too fast.
He didn't want a prenup. Prenup means I have every right.
So did you ask them, or you didn't? No.
I wanted him to get. When I said, "Baby, wait a minute, hold on, I'm a regular. I mean, but hey, you're a celebrity. You got all of this, and you got that. Don't you want to?" That I don't have any rights to everything that you did before me. He said, "No, I ain't tripping. No, baby, no. This is how we gonna do it." He said, "This is my first time. This is my one and only time that I'm ever gonna get married, and I believe it in my heart. I'm gonna follow my first mind. You what I want, and we're good like that." And so that made me believe this man really had my best interest at heart, and I gave him my life. We became one, equally yoked. So I said, okay, I'm going to leave my job. You're going to move out to the Bay Area. I even wanted to take his kids on. He got a lot of kids, but he got little ones. And I said, man, and
he got kids by the same woman? A bunch of different baby mamas.
Huh? Straight dope fiends with no teeth.
Do he do what I mean? Drugs?
So, you like that?
Is he on drugs too?
He like that.
Shit, God damn.
He on drugs?
Yes.
Shit, he ain't got many teeth. He ain't got no teeth either, does
he? He on? They say he a heroin addict.
No. No, he was on crystal for many years.
That's what I picked. It seemed like a little,
the whole lick.
Seemed like a little crystal.
Damn.
But when I was with him, he left that shit alone. He left that shit alone, and it was like that for about a month and a half, and that's when it started going backwards. Because I was going hard, I put that liquor down.
And that's why he didn't like you. That's why he didn't like you and wanted to get rid of you. That's why, because he didn't want to get rid of that part of his life. He did, but he didn't.
Well, he did, but he didn't understand. He wasn't ready for it. He was not ready for it at all. Because when you get rid of that part, you have to get rid of everything else. Like you asked me, why did I leave the service alone? I was getting high with the girls. I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I was a hot mess. I was a young girl. I had too much money, and I probably would have lost my life the way I was rocking. You know what I mean? I would have some dudes that was back in. Have you heard of King Kellyo? No? Okay. He's from Oakland, California. He passed away not long ago, but that was my good friend. And he had my back. You know what I'm saying? I was giving him a little cue, and he had us protected. You know what I mean? And then basically he was in and out. You know what I mean? So it wasn't safe. The way we were moving, it wasn't safe. And then with the drugs, it wasn't safe. Selling it and using them. And then I started getting high with the girls, and we started slacking on our macking. You know what I mean? So it was going to go left all the way. It was either going to be prison time or somebody would have popped my ass.
How long did you have your service, though?
So, like 4 years.
Yeah.
3-4 years, you know. Um, so I changed my entire life. And when I say that, I mean, like,
You
he
still
free
talk to
has to
any of the
change his entire.
girls?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. About 2 of them are still my best friends. 3 of them. I love them to
That's
death.
good.
Absolutely. And, you know, some of them still get down, but, you know, they real, as like, they're professional girls, man.
So do you
You know
think
what I'm
that you'll
saying?
have another escort service?
No. No.
Because of what comes with it, right?
No. Yes.
Right. What it
Spiritually.
takes to do, you know, it's a lot to deal with. So your book that's coming out,
It is.
what is it about? Is it about life in Oakland? Is it about the marriage? Is it about the escort service? Or is it a collective of everything?
It's my life by far. It's not just sugar free. Sugar free is 2 months out of my entire life. Lady Rue has lived a life, man, that's probably
Mm-hmm.
more credible in a lot of areas than what this man portrays. I mean, he has a lot of fans,
I
and
mean,
he's a wonderful
a lot of
musician.
people
I will never
love
take that
him,
away
his
from him.
music. They love his music.
Right. You know, but as far as what I have to say in my book, it's about my life. It's
Mm-hmm.
about what I see, what I've witnessed, my experience with God. Um, it's about it's about a lot. It's about how my son saved my
Really?
life. You know,
When you had him,
I
you
have a baby
think
boy.
he
Yeah,
changed your life and you have a special needs son,
I have a
correct?
son
Yeah.
with special.
I have a special needs
Yes,
child as well. My son, he
yeah,
was in a car accident when he was 13. So it does open up a lot in your mind. It does open up, you know, it makes you feel a lot different about life, you know, because you see a different spirit in special needs people.
yes, yes, 100%. And he kept me so busy and so in tune with everything that he still needs me all the time. And I had to forget
Mm-hmm.
about my needs and being selfish, you know. Um, and I learned how to be selfless, and he's taught me
Mm-hmm.
so much. And just on a spiritual realm, I had
Right.
to understand, learn that God makes no
That's what they
mistakes.
say too,
And
as
my baby
well. You know,
chose.
and it don't be, for you to, have, a child or a relative or something with special needs. It's not for them, it's for you. It's for you and
Yes,
not them. This is for you, and it does make a big difference.
it. Well, this is what I believe, and to each his own. But I believe that subconsciously, every single one of us chooses the life that we are in, the experience that we go through. And a lot of people might hate me for saying this because, well, how do you know,
Mm-hmm.
nobody chooses to get raped or beat, subconsciously, the experience that we go through allows us to grow into a different realm on a different level. And so we do seek these type of experiences to
Right.
elevate to a higher understanding. So I don't knock anybody. I understand that everything has a
Mm-hmm.
purpose. There's a season for all of it, you know? And so I think my son, I know my son is on a higher frequency, a higher level of understanding because he chose to be in the body that he's in. He chose to be in a body that he's in for that understanding, and also
Right.
for me. He did choose for me to be his mommy. And so yes, I agree with you. I am learning
Mm-hmm.
more from him than he is from me, probably. But he's got
Yeah.
it harder than I do. And he's gonna have it even harder when I'm gone.
Yeah. And that, and sometimes, and that's what
And
sometimes, like, I think as far as like having my son, and I wonder, I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Because as far as like my son, he had a spinal cord injury in a car accident when he was 13 years old, and he's 100% dependent. And every year, the doctors, they come to me all the time, and they're like, do you want to carry on with his life, or do you want to, do something else? Because we have a way, where, these patients, where we can take them basically. And I always choose life. I always choose life. And, but in the back of my mind, I always be wondering, like, is my child suffering? Is he, because you're making those decisions. And it's like, you wonder, are you making the right decision for your child? Because you have to make these decisions. And it's hard. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's very difficult.
I can't even imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
I tip my hat to you, for real. That is a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
can I share my opinion, my thought on that? God allowed your baby to survive
Right.
that accident to still breathe.
He definitely breathes on his own.
Let God's
He
will be
breathes on his
will.
own, but he's 100%
Oh,
dependent. He's 100% dependent, and he has sleep-wake cycles, and that's it. Everything else, we have to do everything for him, and it's always like, well, he has good livers and good heart. Do you want to donate them, or do we can do that? We can do this. Yeah, of course.
What?
We can do this, and and then that's a way of your child still being alive. Or do you want to, because this has been over 10 years going on, and like I said, I always choose life, because I always feel like, by him having a spinal cord accident, I do feel like, well, maybe one day he might come out of this, because he wasn't always like that. And but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We live, we learn, we pray, and stay prayed up, and hope for the best. And whatever it is, just know that God. It's all in God's hand.
That is yes. That's God's decision. Do you know how many times you and I could have been pregnant and it didn't happen? Or do you know
Can't
how
even
many
get
women cannot
pregnant.
even ever have
Right.
pregnant and they're barren? It's God's will. That baby came into you and out of you with God's will. And God is going to take his
Right.
time, not yours.
Right.
Not the doctors. No.
I agree.
No.
Agree.
He's he's one of a kind. Are you kidding me?
Right.
He has his purpose just fine. Just like my son. I don't know what goes on in that beautiful brain of his, but that boy's off the hook.
Right.
You know what I mean? Baby.
Exactly.
What are you doing in there? But they all got a purpose. We all
do. We all have a purpose.
Even with his dog self, he got a purpose too, and I don't wish nothing bad on him. I truly don't.
That's crazy. I mean, I think he just got what he wanted out of you and kept it moving. That's what I say. Once a pimp, always a pimp. Once a 304, because that's so crazy. Like, soon he met you, you got married, and
but I know pimps like that. I'm telling you, I know some pimps that have real love for me. And I know pimps who have bottom bitches that been with them for years that they still wouldn't do like that.
They be real 304s, though. They be real hoes. You know what I mean? So, and then you wasn't paying Sugar Free. Sugar Free, I guess, like you said, he retired. I never did even know that he was a real pimp or really had hoes or whatever. You know what I mean? I always thought he was some studio pimp. And So there is a difference. So he ain't nothing but for real a square. He ain't nothing but a square ass, rapping ass studio pimp.
They had a term for it. They had called it, Auntie. They said it was a hip square.
A hip square.
Mm-hmm. A hip square.
He has done some pimping, and most
So
of
what
his
he
baby
did, just
mamas
had
have worked for him for years. You know what I
dope
mean?
fiend ass bitches. Oh, okay.
And he was a local joker, never went cross country, same blades, basically, same area.
He was checking dope, you know. But I think
I think
he's a better
because
rapper.
rapping music is being
He's a good
around them.
rapper. He got
Just
some
being
lyrics.
around them. That's it.
He's a better
Being
rapper.
around real pimps. You know, he just picked up the gift of gab, then picked up the, that little swag and put out the music, and everybody thought he was a pimp.
The gift, yeah. I mean, I witnessed women within that short period of time, like on his concerts, coming up to him saying, "Please, can I be your hoe?" Putting money in his hand. You know what I'm saying?
And
You know,
I'm gonna keep it real right now, Rue. That motherfucker was a disappointment to a lot of hoes. I had made a joke, Rue. I told him, I told the pimps, I said, you look like the kind of pimp that listen to Sugar Free. I'm sorry. That became a joke.
He makes great
man,
music. He makes
it's
great
this
music. I
culture.
mean, that's all I can say.
He do. I'm just clowning though.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this too. It's sad, like in the U.S. how the pimping is really it's so watered down and sugar coated, man. Nowadays, you know what I mean? Like how it was back in the day. It's not the same anymore. There's still some integrity, and they got a lot of gentlemen pimps in
Really?
Europe.
I
In Europe,
know. See, Fox? See?
they do. It in Paris.
I
And
told Fox about
pimping is
that.
very respected
Yeah.
out there. Very, very. The culture is very respected, and they
Because
move nice.
here in the U.S., they didn't fuck shit up. They didn't
This
mess
shit
shit
over here,
up here in the U.S. They didn't messed it up.
it's so
It's
tacky.
horrible. It ain't. They made anybody gang
You
bangers.
know,
Yeah.
she right too, and they still work on the streets in Europe too. Like they
Mhm.
still got a lot of
It's
street prostitution going on up
illegal.
there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it
No.
depends. Like in the UK, it is. It depends on where at Europe.
Not in Paris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in Paris. But they have brothels. Legal brothels.
Yeah, and they had the red light district where you can see the girl in the window showing the titties and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go over there. We definitely got to go over there. But I ain't going to look for no pimps, no. Shit, I ain't going to look for no pimps. I just want to go and just, experience it and go see what it is, see what it's about. Uh-huh.
Yeah, get that under your belt. That's what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
Get it under my belt. You know what I mean?
I'm so ready to travel, man. I'm going to Europe. I finally got my
I
passport,
want
so I'm
to go
ready
to
to go to
Dubai,
Dubai. I want one of those
too.
sheiks. No,
Let's
let's get it.
go. Let's go. I definitely want to go to Dubai. We're definitely planning trips. We're planning some trips this year and next year, 2023. Planning some trips and yes, let's do it. And if you get some, let me know, find some cheap tickets or something going on. DM me, let me know,
Okay.
because we are planning for 2023 and it's going to be our year and we're going to do some big things, meet some big people, some good people, and get a whole lot of money.
Yes, where money is not a problem. In Dubai with the Arabs and stuff, there's no problem. They know how to treat
They
women.
over there shitting and
You
pissing
don't
on
gotta
women
do
and
nothing.
everything over there in Dubai.
Really?
That's what they told me.
Oh,
They
okay.
said that they over there doing all kind of stuff. I don't know. I know. I'm not going to
Oh,
be letting nobody do that to
goodness
me
gracious.
for no money. I don't care who you is.
No. No, there ain't no reason to do that. Shoot, all you need is a 45-minute conversation, and I gotta go. That
Right.
was 45
Well,
minutes
I'm
of my
with it.
time.
I mean, I definitely want to go to Dubai next year, 2023. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to meet you. I'm like, again, I'm so proud of you, how you snap back and you know how good you're doing it. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Everybody in the comments, they love you. They love you. They love you. And I'm pretty sure they love as
Thank
much
you.
as me how you snap back.
Uh, thank you, ladies, so much for having me. I appreciate
Okay,
y'all. I'm gonna
thank you
tap
so
in with you
much.
guys shortly.
Peace. Blessings.